It goes like this. Everything I will tell you, you've heard before. Everything anybody will ever say has come across your ears before. There's nothing new under the sun. The only difference is now you might be receptive to listen. I pray that your mind, your spirit is open to listen. Only thing we are promised in life is death. For what will happen in the next moment is always a question. What is wanted must be self-achieved, and working on ourselves daily is the only way to attain transformation. Transformation is inevitable. Nothing stays the same. Climates change, birds relocate with the seasons, even snakes shed their skin. Water rises in some areas and it diminishes in our world. For the world has been changing and evolving since the beginning of time. We're no different. It's not human nature for us to stay the same, to stay stuck in the same mentality. But for a lot of us, why is that the battle? We must evolve. We're more than the gangsters, more than the drug addicts, more than what the poor barrios and ghettos told us that we were. We all must, in some way, surrender. Surrender to the fact that what we were taught was a lie. Surrender to the fact that we could not live how the streets told us we should. But why do most of us forget once we get comfortable? How many times don't I see young men and women struggling with their inner demons, stuck in a position where they're killing themselves slowly? What's stopping their growth? Why do we still walk around in mental warfare? Are we scared to evolve? Do we fear what lies around the corner? The fear of the unknown? The fear that if I'm not a gangster, if I'm not what the hood told me I was, then who am I? I see the pain in people's eyes. I see the struggle. I personally know the struggle. Our mind, our body, and our spirit were ravaged in the hood before we were even born. We were broken, but we don't have to stay broken. For we deserve to be loved. We deserve to be cherished. The next generation and our children deserve to be fulfilled with love and abundance. Our ego is a person's sense of self-esteem and importance. Ego is something I learned to conquer outside the gang mentality. For where we come from, if your ego's not alive, if it's not present and pulsating, then you die of weakness. But that's society's mentality. And that mentality now is death to our evolving. I'm here to tell you that if you don't contain your ego, and you don't learn to love yourself in an egoless way, then you'll be setting yourself up for failure. Constantly thinking of yourself and not in others is death to spiritual growth. There's more in giving than there is in receiving. Flowers. Flowers are one of the most sacred representations in all cultures. We give flowers at birth, we give flowers at birthdays and at graduations. We even give flowers at death. We give flowers to our beloved saints. But what is often overseen at times is the great power that the flower possesses. A flower that is on its way to death. It has been cut from its root, and every second that passes is another second its spirit diminishes. But oh, the power it contains. For it gives our grandmother smiles, has our lovers fall in love with us all over again. Everyone has smelled the roses at least once in their life. I feel like we are the flowers. Like a seed, we were nurtured in our mother's belly until we're ready to be cut from the umbilical cord. But the second that we're cut, we're on our way to death, just like a flower. For the span of universe and infinite time, a flower's existence and a human's existence are the same. Flower that is cut is on its way to death, still gives healing and smiles.